So we have two new news items for the Packers that came out this afternoon. First off, it's a new running back signing. And then second off, some pretty big news for Green Bay that the 2025 NFL Draft will be hosted in Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is pretty exciting. So first off, looking at this new running back signing, we signed Emmanuel Wilson, who is a 2023 undrafted free agent. He was originally signed by the Broncos. They then decided to release him, and then the Packers decided to come in and sign him. In 2022, he played for Fort Valley State, which is a Division II school. He was the second-team All-American. And the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Year. He had 1,371 rushing yards, averaged 6.6 yards per carry, and had 17 rushing touchdowns. And then he also, in the receiving game, had 24 receptions for 239 yards and 2 more touchdowns. He's 5'10", 226 pounds, and he ran a 4.55 40 at his pro day. So now if we look at the Packers running back room with Emmanuel Wilson and now being on this roster, that makes 6 total running backs in this room. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Lew Nichols, who is the 2023 7th-round pick, Patrick Taylor, 2020 undrafted free agent, and then Tyler Goodson, 2022 undrafted free agent. And in my newsletter, if you read it on this news, I accidentally said Tyler Ervin, who I talked about earlier today, and Tyler Ervin is no longer on the roster. So if you got that newsletter, yes, I made a mistake there, but I tried to correct it. But if you did already get the newsletter, it doesn't correct it, only if you look at it on the site. But just, that's a correction there. So that is now 6 running backs on this roster. I was looking back at the past 3 seasons just to see initially how many running backs the Packers kept on the roster for the initial 53-man roster. Last season, it was only 2 with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, but then Patrick Taylor did get elevated, I think, in week 2. And then from week 2 to 18, Patrick Taylor played a ton of special team snaps for the Packers. And so we'll see how many they keep this year. In 2021, we kept 3 running backs. 2020, we kept 4. So I would assume for a majority of the season, we keep around 3. So obviously, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon are locks to make the roster. And then outside of that, there may be some potential competition between Lew Nichols, Patrick Taylor, Tyler Goodson, and potentially Emmanuel Wilson. If I had to guess, I would say it's either Lew Nichols or Patrick Taylor, because Patrick Taylor has shown his ability on special teams. And when you are the 3rd running back, that's sort of an important thing. I personally love Tyler Goodson. I think he's great with the ball in his hands. He's very shifty, very speedy. I loved what we saw last season in the preseason, or not last season, but last preseason. But he may just not have that special teams ability like Patrick Taylor, and may not have that pass blocking ability, which is sad just because, he has elite speed and is very shifty, but we'll see. So I would assume that Emmanuel Wilson doesn't make the final roster, but who knows? We'll watch him and see if there's any buzz for him throughout OTAs, which will continue this week, and then also in training camp. And then now to the news about the Packers hosting the 2025 NFL Draft. You can see here, the draft is coming to Wisconsin. Green Bay selected to host 2025 NFL Draft inside and around iconic Lambeau Field in Titletown. So apparently this has been something the Packers have been trying to do for years and years. Mark Murphy has been Packers president, has been trying to get it done, and now they finally did get it done. And one very crazy thing is this is estimated to bring in around $94 million, according to Mark Murphy. And he compared that to how much a typical game brings in for Green Bay. And typically it's $15 million. So this draft will basically monetarily equal 6.2 games at Lambeau Field. So it's a big moneymaker because the draft has gotten so massive over the years. So many people interested. Tons of people are going to fly into Green Bay to watch this game, or not watch this game, to attend the draft. So it should be very exciting. Maybe I'll see if I can try to make it there in 2025. But pretty exciting news. Pretty cool to have it happen actually in Lambeau Field. But those are the 2 news items for today. If you want to stay up to date with all Packers news, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I also have a newsletter where I write lots of stuff before I make videos. So if you want to get stuff quickly and you want to get everything I do regarding the Packers, you can click the link in the description, enter your email, and you will receive everything I ever write about the Packers. But that's all I have for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.